Hi, it's Amanda Stablein here again to talk to you about Google Docs and Drive. Today I'm going to show you some teacher and student tips and tricks such as using Google Forms to submit assignments completed as Google Docs, how to print multiple documents all at once, and how to use the equation editor to create assignments, take notes in class, or to complete assignments. I'm going to start by assuming that you already know how to log into your Gmail account and how to access apps, so I'll go through that quickly by clicking on the apps and choosing Drive. The first thing I want to talk about is how to use Google Forms to submit assignments completed as a Google Doc. Now, I have had students create assignments lots of times using Google Docs, and what they do then is share it with me, and then if I go into the Shared With Me folder, then I can find all of their assignments. Instead of doing that, which they'll still share those to me and I can still access them that way, I also provide them with a link on my website, and I'll show you that really quick here. I just opened up a new tab and I'll show you. Let's say I'm in 6th grade, I'll click on the 6th grade tab and they'll scroll down, and in the middle I have a link called 6th grade submit assignment form. This is just a Google form that I created. They'll enter in their last name, first name, the class that they're in with a drop down, 6A or 6B, the assignment title, and I do have to go in there and add those in there just because I want them all to be the same. And then they'll copy and paste the URL for their Google Doc into this box here. The bottom box I did not make as a mandatory question, but this is where they would say, like, my partner was absent, or I didn't finish the assignment because blah blah blah. And then all of those assignments are then turned into one document for me, and I'll show you that really quick. So instead of going into each assignment separately, I have a spreadsheet of all of those assignments, which I can then sort by last name or username, which I have hidden those two columns here for their privacy. And then I can just click on the link for their document and it takes me straight to their link. I can also then make sure that everyone has turned something into me by the end of the class very quickly by making sure in alphabetical order I have a file from each and every one of those students. The next thing I'd like to show you, let me close those two things out, is how to print multiple documents all at once. So example, if I were in my Drive and I looked up all of my test documents that I've created so far, let's say that I have an entire class worth of assignments that I would like to print out, and I know the whole reason of using the internet is so that you don't have to print those, but there are times when we need each of those assignments printed out. Instead of going into each of them separately, I can go and choose multiple assignments just by holding down Command on my Mac and choosing multiple assignments. And then up in the top right hand corner, the three dots for more actions, I want to click on Download. It will zip those files. As soon as the download is completed, I can unzip those files. And in the folder, I can choose all three of those, Command P for print. They'll all open print, and they have sent to my printer. Now, I'm not hooked to a printer, so those aren't going to print for me, but I didn't even have to open those documents in order to print them. Just a very quick way to make sure that all of your documents that you want to get printed at the same time. The last thing I want to show you, and I'm going to use the Google test document for this, is the equation editor. We all know because of Park Test, we want to make sure that these students know how to use an equation editor. If they have access to one-on-one and one-to-one, and they're using their technology to take notes in class, if you click on the Insert menu, there is an option for equation, and this would work equally for teachers then to create assignments as well. And then we have some drop-down menus here for Greek letters and some different equation and symbol formulas that we might need. So for example, if I choose, let's say here, I can put in my tiny exponent number and then tab and put my number underneath of the square root. So I can actually add in equations there. Once I push enter, that equation is closed. I can click on new equation now that I've done it once and enter in multiple other equations. So to review, today I showed you some Google Docs and Drive student and teacher tips and tricks. Some of those are including using Google Forms to submit assignments completed as a Google Doc, how to print multiple documents all at once, and how to use Equation Editor to create assignments, take notes in class, or complete assignments. Next time we'll talk about Google Sites. Until then.